Please rise for the presentation of the colors. Please remain standing for the national anthem and Pledge of Allegiance.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
My name is Jane Leach, and I'm founder and president of the Hilltop Preschool. Access to high-quality early childhood experiences to preschool is critically important to the future of our city. 110% of the research will prove and does prove that when children have access to high-quality preschool, it changes the trajectory of their lives. Without the city, we would not be able to meet the needs with our 4- and 5-year-olds. They're here all day long. When Mayor Ginther was running for office, and he very much made early learning a part of his platform, I rejoiced. I am so thankful for a mayor who understands that when you invest in the lives of young children, you're investing in the health and vitality of the city. And Mayor Ginther believes it, his actions support that, and we're living proof that it happens all day, every day. And I look forward to that continuing into the future.
My name is Daquan Kirk, and I'm currently working for Eagle Heating and Cooling. We're at the Poindexter phase. This is phase 2 of the program. they're building up, and basically I'm doing heating and cooling, general labor so far, and then I'm working my way up to be an installer. Restoration Academy has helped me in a whole lot of ways from the beginning when I was doubting myself and not thinking I would get a job and everything, and from them just keep on encouraging me and telling me just to trust the process, and me actually getting an internship with Eagle Heating and Cooling to me now being hired with him and working and learning every day something new. I was really down on myself before the program. I didn't really care about what nobody thought about me, but now I just feel more confident, and it just gives me I feel like I can go anywhere in the room and make anybody smile. That's what it's called, restoration. I really do feel restored after the program. They helped me more than they thought, man. It really saved me from going the wrong route. They give me career fairs to go to, they give me dress for success, they give me clothing, and they just help me in a bunch of ways that make me actually feel like I'm gonna actually get a job. With the great mayor we got, I feel like he's gonna expand it and hopefully get worldwide for everybody.
My name is Claudia Lopez. I'm a family advocate case manager. I work for St. Stephen's Community House. I help families become self-sufficient. St. Stephen's has been brightening lives since 1919. They have different programs, and now we have the community health workers that are helping reduce the infant mortality rate in the Linden area. The program is through Celebrate One, and then we get stationed at different agencies, depending where you live. It's such a great feeling to help people that are really in need. My mom was a single mom, and when we came to United States, we went through a lot of tough things. One of the things was she was pregnant, and she lost a baby. I think that if it wasn't for Celebrate One right now, our infant mortality rate will be even higher than it was. We're just starting. I can't wait to see when by 2020 and see the difference that we have made overall. A program like this would have definitely helped my mom. If Celebrate One was in Las Vegas or California where we were back then I would probably have a 17-year-old brother right now.
We are a gluten-free bakery. We've been here in Columbus since January of 2013. We were baking out of a commercial kitchen and decided to open our own space, and we have been here in Marion Village since October of 2014. Well, we were one of the first Kiva loans here in the city of Columbus, and we were funded in less than 24 hours. What I loved about Kiva was the community giving aspect. Essentially, your peers is your first round of investors. These are all people that believe in your vision, see how hard you're working, and they want to loan to you.
Columbus, I think, is really diverse. We're gay business owners as well, minority, women, gay. And I think that for the community, it's diverse and inclusive, and we see a lot of people coming to us because of that.
I love it here. I've been here since 2000. From an inclusive standpoint, I think it's a very open city. I think it's a very supportive city. The people in Columbus are very proactive in trying to make it a better city.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mayor Andrew J. Ginther.
Good evening. It is so exciting to be with you tonight and grateful for all of your support and help in making Columbus such a special place. I often tell people that I have the best job in the best city in America. That has never been more apparent than tonight. Thanks to all of you for being here. And thanks to the Columbus Division of Police for presenting the colors, Kane Long and Jakaya Perry for leading us in the Pledge of Allegiance. And I don't know about you, but I thought Brianna Neal was simply outstanding in her performance of our national anthem. We have accomplished a great deal in my first year as your mayor, and I have many, many people to thank for that. But before I go any further, I need to stop and thank two individuals who have given so much to our community: City Auditor Hugh Dorian and City Attorney Rick Pfeiffer. Now, as everybody here knows, they're going to have to endure the next minute or two because I'm going to brag about both of them, and they're not real good at that. For more than 5 decades, Hugh Dorian's steady leadership has secured the city's financial position and afforded our community the opportunity to thrive, grow, and to invest in the future of generations to come. Though he's been known to point out as city auditor, he doesn't make policy. Anyone who has visited the auditor's office to pitch an idea knows his endorsement can make or break the best laid plans. I can tell you that Auditor Dorian has made a tremendous impact on the policies that have helped shape the city we know and love today. And he deserves enormous credit for our success. Auditor Dorian, thank you. City Attorney Pfeiffer, thanks to you as well. For 16 years, your steadfast counsel has kept Columbus on track, and your commitment to Columbus neighborhoods has never waned. In fact, one of my first memories as a brand new member of Columbus City Council was hopping in Rick's car after a Monday night council meeting to check out concerns we had just heard from a resident on Dakota Avenue, Franklinton. This kind of outing is what's known around City Hall as a mosey, which is really just the city attorney's way of assuring that he, his staff, and anyone who wants to ride along never forgets why we all have jobs. We are here to serve the public. City Attorney Pfeiffer, thank you for your many years of outstanding service to Columbus. I do have to wonder, though, in my first year as mayor, I've managed to run off 2 of the longest-serving, most valued public servants in Columbus. So I have to say, was it something I said? Well, whatever the reason, my parting gift to both of you is that this is the last State of the City address that you will ever have to attend. And for everyone else here tonight, sorry about your luck. I want to thank the best Congresswoman in all of America, Joyce Beatty, who's joined us here tonight. And special thanks to the members of Columbus City Council, President Zach Klein, President Pro Tem Priscilla Tyson, Council members Elizabeth Brown, Mitch Brown, Shannon Hardin, Jiza Page, and Michael Stinziano. Thank you all for being here and for your partnership. And thank you to the Franklin County Commissioners, our Clerk of Courts, Lori Tyak, Commissioners John O'Grady, who serves as President, Marilyn Brown, and our newest County Commissioner, Kevin Boyce. Thank you to Columbus City Schools Superintendent, Dr. Dan Good, and the Columbus Board of Education for joining us here tonight. I'd also like to thank Franklin County Coroner, Dr. Ortiz. And I also want to make sure we recognize all the other elected officials that are here tonight. I think County Recorder O'Connor is here and others. Any other elected officials, could you stand in so we could recognize you? I see the sheriff over here, a couple of our members of the House, and the Judiciary, Senator Tavares, Representative Kent. Thank you all for being here this evening. And thanks to my outstanding cabinet and my staff, especially my Chief of Staff, Greg Davies. Most of all, I want to thank my daughter, and especially my wife, Shannon. I could not ask for a better partner in life and in service. You received a fact sheet tonight that illustrates many of our accomplishments over the last year. And you just watched a video that puts faces with a few of our initiatives. The investments we've made, the success we've realized in neighborhoods around Columbus, and the diverse, passionate voices of those helping to reduce infant mortality, expand access to high-quality pre-K, and to create jobs is just a sample of the incredible strength that defines our city. Indeed, as I stand with you this evening, the state of our city is strong. Columbus has the fastest growing economy in the Midwest, the lowest unemployment in 25 years, and due to the great leadership and work of Auditor Dorian and Finance Chair Tyson, a AAA bond rating from all three rating agencies. We continue to attract new residents from across Ohio, the U.S., and the world, not to mention thousands of visitors, contributing millions to the local economy, lured by great amenities and amazing people. In fact, J.D. Power just ranked Columbus highest in visitor satisfaction in all of the Midwest. This award serves as confirmation that we are an open and welcoming community. And it's the reason that we continue to land major conferences like the 2019 American Society of Association Executives annual meeting, decried the Super Bowl of conferences, projected to bring over $500 million in visitor spending to the city. There's no mistaking that Columbus is a great city. It's the city where I was born and raised, and where I now have the incredible privilege to serve as your mayor. However, as great as our city is today, we have an obligation, a responsibility to ensure that every family in every neighborhood is sharing in our success. While 2/3 of Columbus may be doing well, unfortunately, 1/3 of our neighbors are still struggling to get by. Too many babies die before their first birthdays. Too many children are struggling to succeed in school. Too many of our residents are hungry, homeless, and unable to find affordable housing. Too many of our neighbors are working too hard for too little pay, unable to support a family, let alone plan for the future. And too many live in fear, some because of the crime in their neighborhood, and some because of threats, old and new, of bias, discrimination, and persecution. However, at a time when some are trying to divide our country with fear, Columbus is embracing unity. We are a more diverse community than ever before. Our city of over 850,000 is made up of more than 327,000 people of color, 102,000 foreign-born residents, 43,000 veterans, and 34,000 LGBTQ residents. Some project the region will grow to 3 million by 2050. So we can expect our diversity will continue to serve as a source of strength to our community. Columnist David Brooks noted recently that if you want to observe and study history, go to Washington. But if you want to participate in the process and help define the future, the most important place to be right now might well be in cities like Columbus. Because, unlike many states and certainly unlike our nation's capital, cities are the center of innovation, reform, and prosperity. Right now, we have the opportunity to tackle our biggest challenges. We know the barriers, and we know that government bears some responsibility for those barriers. Some neighborhoods have been cut off from the prosperity other parts of Columbus enjoy, in some cases, literally. The highway system separated downtown from other neighborhoods like King Lincoln and Linden. Houses in predominantly African-American neighborhoods were bulldozed to make way for new roads. And for the first 162 years of our city's history, Columbus allowed discrimination in employment and housing. Full equal protections weren't passed until 1990. And during that time, residents in some neighborhoods were redlined or denied loans to buy homes. Other areas, like the West Side, suffered from deindustrialization. Manufacturing jobs that had provided a good and stable living to thousands of families for generations left. Neighborhoods like the Hilltop, near where we are tonight, endured decades of high unemployment. Today, it's easy to see where our opportunities lie. Our friends at the Ohio State University City and Regional Planning Program created maps you see behind me that show neighborhoods with the highest rates of infant mortality and unemployment. These same neighborhoods have higher rates of violent crime, fewer options for reliable, consistent transportation, less access to health care, and fewer places to buy healthy foods. It is critical to remember that for our neighbors who live in these areas, this isn't just a color on a map. It's what they live with and fight against every day. Now is the time to make tangible, long-lasting changes in the lives of all of our residents. Now is the time to set clear goals, even if they lack simple solutions. It will require us to acknowledge and accept that decisions made in the past have contributed to the systemic inequalities many Columbus residents experience today. While division based on race and class are part of our history, we will not allow it to define our future. We must face our challenges head on, motivated by hope and opportunity, not fear and distrust. This is not a one-year agenda, but a multi-year plan. We will try new approaches, we will make adjustments, and we will keep working to move our entire city forward. I have great faith in our ability to make change because we've done it before, and we will do it again, leveraging the strength of our many neighborhood assets. St. Stephen's Community House, the Reeb Community Center, the United Way Neighborhood Leadership Academy, and Fresh Foods Here. Southside Thrive Collaborative, the Shalom Zone, Health Sciences Academy, our community recreation centers, area commissions, civic associations, block watches, and community organizers and advocates. These are amazing community resources made up of committed and passionate people, many of whom are in this room and are on this stage with me. They are the type of partners that every neighborhood needs to overcome adversity. Our work started a little over a year ago, and it continues today. We will build on these assets in each of our opportunity neighborhoods and invest the resources to lift up those who have been left behind. Friends, together, we will make Columbus America's Opportunity City. Infant mortality remains a key indicator of the health of a neighborhood, the canary in a coal mine that tells us how a community is faring. The stark reality is this: Columbus has a higher infant mortality rate than many cities that are larger, more diverse, and have fewer resources. New York City has a lower infant mortality rate than we do. In Columbus, 150 babies die each year before their first birthday. And African American babies are 2.5 times more likely to die before their first birthday than white babies. Since 2014, we've invested a great deal of time and resources to reduce our infant mortality rate through the collaborative effort called Celebrate One. We've enlisted partners like the United Health Foundation and the Ohio State University College of Nursing. In 2016, we distributed more than 1,000 cribs to new mothers who could not afford them. We graduated our first Connector Corps class that put boots on the ground to educate new mothers and check in on new babies. But despite our investments, we have not had the impact we want yet. I will not compromise on this initiative. Now is not the time to back down. It's the time to double down. There should be no confusion. Celebrate One is a key priority of my administration. Now, more than ever, we must concentrate on creating a system in which no expectant mother or mother of an infant falls through the cracks of our social safety net, regardless of her income, her background, or her neighborhood. So tonight, I am pleased to announce the promotion of Erica Clark-Jones to lead the Celebrate One initiative. Erica is a veteran public servant. I have elevated her to a position that will report directly to me, just like members of my cabinet. Her word is my word. But I'm also calling on you, as individuals, community and corporate partners, to join Erica and me in support of Celebrate One's Safe Sleep program. Last year, over 400 people were trained on the ABCs of safe sleep. Babies should always sleep alone, on their back, and in a crib. Anyone can become a safe sleep ambassador, and we need more champions for the future residents of our city. This year, we are expanding the opportunity for parents, grandparents, and caregivers alike to receive this free training throughout our neighborhoods. I'm setting the goal of recruiting 500 new sleep ambassadors this year. It's not a lofty goal. If just 100 of us in the room tonight get committed and got 5 friends to commit, we would already be there. Brothers and sisters, this is important not just to our present, but our future. And together, we will cut the infant mortality rate by 40% and the racial disparity in half by 2020. As many of you know, I grew up with brothers and sisters, many of which, and many foster brothers and sisters under my parents' care. Sometimes there were as many as 4 additional kids in the house at any given point. And I remember my mother, who's here with us tonight, being asked more than once who her favorite child was. And as much as my younger sister would say it was her, Mom would always say, the one who needs me most. The one who needs me most. In the last year, many of you have heard me say that my top 3 priorities are neighborhoods, neighborhoods, neighborhoods. And I have paid special attention to the Hilltop and Linden because they have needed us the most. But just as my mother cared for her entire family, we have continued to invest in all of our neighborhoods. The priorities celebrate one neighborhoods: the Hilltop, Linden, Southside, Near East, Marion Franklin, Northland, and Franklinton are our opportunity neighborhoods. Even as we continue to invest in the health, safety, and quality of life of all Columbus residents. In Linden, we will work with the community to develop a community master plan through the Neighborhood Design Center and the Ohio State University. This plan will create a roadmap for safer neighborhoods, economic development, and access to affordable housing, quality health care, education, and employment opportunities. Neighborhood transformation efforts like those in Wineland Park, the Near East Side, and the South Side are successful when the planning process includes robust resident involvement, public, private, and nonprofit partners, and the dollars needed to make the plan a reality. To that end, we will have a detailed community-driven plan for Linden by the end of 2017, followed by a plan for the Hilltop in 2018. I want to recognize Councilmember Jiza Page, who grew up in Linden, for her commitment and leadership on this incredible move forward for Linden. Councilmember Page. We also thank United Way of Central Ohio, Janet Jackson, President and CEO, for their $1 million commitment to Linden and the South Side. And we invite other partners to invest with us in our opportunity neighborhoods. There is room for everyone at the community development table. Mobility is the great equalizer of the 21st century, giving residents access to major job centers, healthcare, and education, which is why we chose Linden as a pilot for some of our Smart Columbus projects. In Linden, we will leverage cutting-edge transportation, technology, with trip planning and paying options integrated into a single application, so residents will have more convenient access to jobs, schools, fresh foods, and doctor appointments. We just held a 2-day Smart Columbus planning event at St. Stephen's and heard from residents about what they need in terms of transportation. It won't all happen in 2017. We are just at the starting line, but it will happen by 2020 and beyond. And in the process, it will draw more partners to the region for sustained economic growth and development. What we learn and accomplish in Linden, we can take to other neighborhoods throughout the city and the region. We wouldn't be where we are today without the steadfast commitment, leadership, and advocacy of Councilmember Shannon Hardin on Smart Columbus. Thank you, Councilmember Hardin. On the Hilltop, residents can expect a $5 million investment in Blueprint, which will use green infrastructure to improve water quality and protect homes. I want to thank Councilmember Michael Stinziano for his dedication to neighborhoods in Columbus, and especially to the Blueprint project. Thank you, Councilmember Stinziano. The newest Boys and Girls Club of Columbus, located in the J. Ashburn Youth Center, will offer new and expanded opportunities for young people on the Hilltop. This is made possible by the West Side Community Fund, a partnership between the City of Columbus and Hollywood Casino. I look forward to the official kickoff this summer. In addition, the fund is contributing dollars to the Westmore Park and Wilson Road Park, which are stops along the Camp Chase Trail that will provide West Side residents with miles of off-road trail for transportation and recreation. And while the community master plan for the Hilltop will be completed in 2018, we will not wait to move forward for our youngest residents. In the Hilltop, fewer children are enrolled in high-quality pre-K than anywhere else in our city. So we must act now. Tonight, I'm announcing the Hilltop Early Childhood Partnership. The goal is to double the number of children enrolled in quality pre-K in the Hilltop by 2020. This partnership, chaired by Jane Leach, a known champion of early childhood education, will include quality early childhood providers on the Hilltop, as well as Columbus City Schools, Dr. Good and the board, the Franklin County Commissioners, and our community members. Our lead advocate and champion, because our neighborhoods need champions, is Doug Bohr of Bohr Communities, a native of Columbus whose family has their roots very much embedded in the Hilltop community. You don't get any more Hilltop USA than the Bohr family, and we are grateful for their leadership and commitment. But I challenge those here tonight to join the Bohr family. We need more champions on the Hilltop and in our opportunity neighborhoods throughout our city. 2017 will bring new sidewalks and refurbished traffic signals to Marion Franklin, specifically along Fairwood Avenue and between Wayland Drive and Watkins Road. On the south side, we are working to redevelop the last two vacant parcels on the former Schottenstein site. A total of 122 affordable housing units, as well as retail space along Parsons Avenue, will begin construction this year. Our Recreation and Parks Department will upgrade Indian Mound Recreation Center to serve the growing Southside neighborhood with a new gymnasium and fitness room, as well as art rooms, a teaching kitchen, and other community gathering spaces. For Franklinton, developers Kaufman and Casto will be starting mixed-use development projects. The city has worked with both developers to ensure that these projects maintain affordable housing options in the neighborhood. The West Side Community Fund is making significant contributions to Franklinton, including a $300,000 investment to open a nonprofit grocery store operated by Lower Lights. Absolutely. Those on a limited income will be charged a sliding fee for fresh fruits and vegetables and healthy prepared food options. This spring, Boys and Girls Club of Columbus will open the new Sullivan Avenue Teen Center in West Franklinton. It will provide a safe space, access to mentors, and guidance towards the many paths to the middle class, including post-secondary education, a 21st century career, or military service. I am grateful to the state of Ohio, the Columbus Foundation, and other private donors for their partnership. And, as we announced yesterday, the headquarters for Smart Columbus is moving to the Idea Foundry in Franklinton. Co-leaders Mike Stevens, the city's new Chief Innovation Officer, and Mark Patton, the Vice President of the Columbus Partnership, will lead the startup effort that is Smart Columbus. The Near East Side, the city is close to completing facilities in Poindexter. Seniors are now calling it home. More families will move in this spring. And when construction is complete, we will have added a total of 420 new units of mixed income housing. In addition, tonight, I am announcing that we have heard from the community, and we will preserve the final 2 buildings of the old Poindexter Village. I applaud the advocacy of the James Preston Poindexter Foundation and its amazing leader. If you haven't met her, she's a mighty force for good in our community. Ms. Rita Smith, for their work on this museum. We will work with the Ohio History Connection to create a Central Ohio African American History Museum at this site, and the city will lead the way with a significant financial contribution. And I can say that in confidence because the finance chair, council member, President Pro Tem Priscilla Tyson, has been with me every step of the way on this. Thank you, Councilmember Tyson. The opening of Huntington's new office complex at 161 and Cleveland Avenue this year will bring a boost to the Northland area. Huntington is also committed to investing $300 million in lending in low to moderate income neighborhoods in the next 5 years. Huntington Bank has been an excellent partner to the city of Columbus and its residents. And I'd like to take a moment to recognize Steve Steinauer, President and CEO of Huntington, for his leadership. Throughout Columbus, in every neighborhood, public safety is, and will continue to be the single largest investment the city makes each year. More than 2/3 of the city's budget is dedicated to police and fire. Being at the James Jackson Police Academy tonight was deliberate. We are in the very place where our police officers gain the training they require to serve and protect. Twice the training the state requires. This is a place of honor for police and where the values that guide their actions are instilled. We will add 2 new police classes this year, and we will continue to invest in the tools and technology necessary to keep Columbus police officers and our residents safe. This includes a nearly $10 million investment in body-worn cameras, with more than 500 officers outfitted by year end. As you know, body-worn cameras are one of my highest priorities because they are another tool to help protect our officers, the public, and the public's trust. On March 2nd, we will have a public forum with the NAACP to showcase the body-worn cameras and hear from officers who have been using them. Likewise, the 2017 budget continues to invest in the Police Community Safety Initiative. As we have done every year since the program started in 2003, we have reevaluated the Community Safety Initiative, helping it to evolve to meet community expectations while continuing to make neighborhoods safer. Our overarching theme for the program is every resident on every street in every neighborhood deserves to be safe. This year, the Community Safety Initiative will focus on gun violence, juvenile crime, and high-level felonies, based not on neighborhoods, but on where crime is occurring, and not just in the summer, but throughout the year. The program reiterates that plainclothes officers will primarily gather intelligence and perform surveillance. Uniformed officers will be responsible for enforcement. As Commander Gary Cameron, who will again oversee the initiative, has made clear this has always been the directive, but it will be emphasized in 2017 with the reformed and retooled initiative. Thank you, Commander Cameron, and for your great service of officers keeping our community safe. Neighborhood outreach, police ride-alongs, and education efforts will also continue. Our goal is to help Columbus residents better understand police operations and lay the groundwork for new community-based policing strategies, including a new volunteer civilian patrol. And I look forward to working with Council President Klein to develop a pilot program that will partner with Columbus residents to patrol their own neighborhoods. At the community's request, this direct investment in neighborhood safety will complement the Community Crime Patrol, which has helped Columbus neighborhoods for more than 30 years. The outstanding work of our Columbus Division of Police has been under the outstanding leadership and direction of the Chief of Police, Kim Jacobs. The Chief is one of the most progressive chiefs in the country, fully embracing community policing and focusing on crossing the divide between police and community throughout our community. It has been her commitment to our Bonnie Warren Camera Initiative, the retooling of the Community Safety Initiative, all of the incredible work she has done around community policing, as well as her tireless work to remain accessible and responsive to the community. Tonight, I am pleased to announce that I have asked Chief Kim Jacobs to continue leading our division in the years ahead. Thank you, Chief. We added a new class of fire recruits at the end of 2016, and 2 additional recruit classes will begin before year end. We're working to better align resources, achieve greater results, and reinvest the savings to add new fire stations and firefighters in growing neighborhoods. In April, we will reopen and improve Station 2 on Fulton Street, and for the first time since 2003, we will expand the number of fire stations with the construction of Station 35 on the far east side. For both fire and police, we must increase the diversity of our safety forces. My vision is for the diversity of our forces to reflect the beautiful diversity that is Columbus. This year, we will apply for a U.S. Department of Justice COPS grant. If awarded, we will be able to dramatically increase the size of our minority recruitment unit, hire additional police officers, and focus on strategies to recruit women and minorities to join the ranks of Columbus Police and Fire. This enhanced recruitment strategy will help identify successful candidates and direct, mentor, and guide potential recruits through a new partnership with Columbus City Schools and Columbus State to prepare students for a career in public safety. In addition, the Department of Public Safety, the Office of Diversity and Inclusion, and the Civil Service Commission will work to enhance employment opportunities for underrepresented groups. Perhaps most significant, the city will change the makeup of the 2 boards that score the civil service exam for police and fire, adding a neighborhood representative to each. This will give Columbus residents an unprecedented opportunity to help shape the future of our safety forces. I would like to thank Councilmember Mitch Brown for his dedication to expanding diversity in our police and fire divisions. Thank you, Councilmember Brown. Last year, Shannon Ginther and I seated the inaugural class of the Columbus Women's Commission, a diverse group that will work to break down barriers to success for all women in our community. Thank you, Shannon, for leading this effort to help put women first in Columbus. I would also like to thank Councilmember Elizabeth Brown, who serves on the commission and has been a fighting force for women's equality, pay equity, workforce opportunities. Councilmember Brown, thank you so much for everything you've done. The important work of the Columbus Women's Commission has already begun. And moving forward, it will focus on 4 pillars: pay equity, workforce development, housing, and health. The problems are real. 1 in 4 women in Central Ohio lack basic economic security. Women make up 2/3 of all the minimum wage workers in our community. And in Columbus, women working full-time make 78 cents for every dollar a man earns, which is even below the national average for pay equity. Women also face a benefits cliff. We're accepting a small raise that they have earned can mean losing help with child care or health insurance. To stress the importance of this work, I'm adding a representative from the Columbus Women's Commission to report each week to my cabinet. I am pleased to announce that Shelley Biding is joining us as the Executive Director of the Columbus Women's Commission. While Columbus as a whole is experiencing the lowest unemployment in decades, some residents struggle to find employment that can support a family. Poverty has declined in many parts of the city, but grown deeply in other areas. I am committed to finding avenues to help residents access the training and support they need to break the cycle of poverty. Last year, Lisa Pat McDaniel was named the President and CEO of the Workforce Development Board. She's working on strategic ways to get coaching and placement services into our neighborhoods. In addition, she is evaluating what types of jobs will be available in the future and the training they will require. As Columbus becomes a city with smart transportation, for example, we will need people trained and educated to fill those jobs. And we know that 2-year and 4-year colleges aren't the only pathway to the middle class. That's why I'm excited to be expanding career-based training in Columbus. In 2017, we are creating the Construction Trades Education Fund in conjunction with Dr. Good and Columbus City Schools. The city will invest of up to $1 million to create new career-based training programs that begin earlier so that students are prepared to enter pre-apprenticeship and apprenticeship programs. That is our investment. But since public-private partnerships are the Columbus way, we hope that leaders from the private sector will step up to help us invest in a quality workforce and opportunities for our young people. Our goal is to make sure we give more young people in Columbus the chance to be trained in the trades. The challenges we face are intensely local. A mom and dad coping with a child addicted to heroin. Kids need a safe place to go after school. Young adults desperately seeking a way out of poverty. One of the first things I learned when I joined City Council was the enormity of some of the issues facing us, and the dawning fact that there are no simple solutions. The other thing I learned was that these challenges don't stop at the city limits. Poverty, education, and heroin addiction are regional, statewide, and national problems. But our approach can be regional as well. I have spent the first year of my administrating meeting with suburban mayors and city managers across the region to build relationships and open the lines of communication. Now, under a new spirit of regional cooperation, We can look for ways to tackle these issues together. Recently, Columbus and Franklin County, along with the rest of the country, have been faced with an unprecedented epidemic of drug addiction that leads to increases in crime and the enslavement of women and young children in human trafficking. It is a public health crisis, and according to the Franklin County Coroner's Office, 2 people in Central Ohio die every day from the disease of heroin addiction. 2 a day. While many people and many organizations have taken steps to address the heroin crisis, we need a unified regional approach to fight this epidemic. In the next few weeks, under the leadership of Council President Zach Klein, the county commissioners, the county coroner, our Columbus Health Commissioner will all come together to explore real, tangible solutions and put together a regional plan. This is no time to waste. Our families are suffering, and it will take all of us to conquer this disease. I would like to thank Council President Zach Klein for recognizing this crisis and for his work in organizing our community to fight it. Thank you, President Klein. The Recreation and Parks Department is taking a collaborative regional approach as well for enhancing youth and family development at 11 neighborhood community centers aligned with the Celebrate One priority neighborhoods. We will partner with Franklin County to provide career exploration and job development for 14 to 24-year-olds and work with our nonprofit partners like the YMCA of Central Ohio to provide after-school education services in these centers of opportunity. We will continue to look for partners like our teammates at the Columbus Blue Jackets and Columbus Crew to bring their investments to those 11 community centers as well. Our focus on regional solutions also extends to how we deliver core city services. That is one of the reasons we are launching the first operations review of the city since 1999. The city's last operations review helped streamline city departments and pave the way for enhanced city services. Our operations review will ask, are city departments and services aligned with the priorities and needs of a 21st century city? What efforts are we duplicating with the county and the state? How can we deliver more efficient, cost-effective services to our residents? This review will help us reimagine city government, making our city even stronger for the future. Part of our operations review is to make sure we stay fiscally responsible. We're the only city our size with a AAA bond rating from all 3 rating agencies, saving taxpayers millions of dollars every year and allowing us to invest in new roads, sidewalks, and protect clean drinking water. Our outlook is bright, but we all know that the economy fluctuates. And now, while we are strong, I am committing to increasing our rainy day fund balance to $80 million by 2020. Maybe what I've outlined tonight sounds like a lot. Maybe some of you are thinking, this is too much. But I'm not looking for quick fixes. I didn't run for mayor to lounge in the glory of our past successes, of which there are many. I want to make substantive changes that will elevate the lives of individuals, provide stability for families, and revitalize our neighborhoods. It's no accident that we're here on the west side, in the greater Hilltop area. Anyone who has spent time on the Hilltop understands the proud history of this neighborhood and the strident, independent nature of its residents. I am committed to lifting up the Hilltop in every neighborhood in Columbus to help us reach our collective potential. Look around this stage at who I'm with and who is sitting shoulder to shoulder. This is us. Not just part of a logo, but who we are. Police officers, firefighters, civic leaders, faith leaders, organized labor, business leaders, and entrepreneurs. We are neighbors. This is us. And we are all that we need to make Columbus a place for all of us. Friends, I don't stand before you tonight to tell you that I alone have the solutions to all of our challenges. On the contrary, I'm here to tell you that it will take all of us working together to reach our goal to make Columbus America's opportunity city. Whether we are working to make our neighborhoods safer and stronger and strengthen police and community relations, reducing infant mortality, promoting the inclusion and advancement of women and minorities, or confronting the suffering of heroin addiction, it will take all of us united to work together to chart a better future. Michael Bloomberg, the former mayor of New York City, wrote recently that the new presidential administration may dominate the headlines in the coming years, but the biggest changes in the way we live will be driven by cities. How fortunate are we to be living in a city that can tackle some of our biggest challenges in ways that the state and nation cannot. And how blessed are we, you and I together, get to lead and write the next chapter for Columbus, building a future worthy of our children and grandchildren. Thank you very much. God bless you. God bless the city of Columbus.